Just hit record and I already forgot what this whole thing is even being called, so. Hey guys, Jason here, Jason Hunts PNW. We are back with episode number 2 of the Precision Project. Hey guys, Jason here, Jason Hunts PNW. It's going to be episode number 2 of the Precision Project. I don't know why I can't say that. I've recorded this like 4 times. And, episode number 2 of the Precision Project. We're back here in the lab, HQ, my office / where the water filters are for the well. Our well has arsenic. Anyways, it's got a whole bunch of other stuff in it too. A lot of dirt comes up over here, so there's that. I probably should empty that out too. But just got some brass decapped. This Lapua brass. Do you guys ever watch that AVE? He would always go, "Focus, you fuck." There we go. See if you can see it. This Lapua brass is nice. But anyways, he never showed his face, just his hands. Magic jazz hands. But I think that dude's a millwright. What else? Today, I got this brass decap. So that stuff's ready to... This is how I do it. Okay. So I don't know what's right or wrong, right? Lapua fired 2X. These have been fired twice. They get annealed every time I load them. But for me, I really don't like trimming brass, and I don't want to spend $600 on a new brass trimmer because it's a lot of money. So I just wait. Like, this is probably at least 40 sticks of brass in here. I wait until I have everything, my whole batch of brass, right? I bought 100 sticks for the Sterling PRC. And so I keep these second fire. These are fired twice. And I keep them all together. And then clean them all. Like, I decap them as I go. And then I clean them all. I've got a Frankfurt Arsenal like tumbler deal with the little stainless steel pins. Next time I clean brass, we'll go through that whole process the way I do it. Because it's one of those things, like, maybe I could help somebody like who's getting into it or wants to, they're not sure. But I sometimes don't know what I'm doing either. So if any of you guys in the comments have like suggestions, organization and that kind of stuff. Like I have, what do I have? Right here. Leave that there for now. On the bench. These are cleaned and annealed in less than 2.575 inches. I measured a few of them yesterday and they're not less by much. Where did my sliding C-clamp go? Right here. It like actually physically hurt me to say that, so I'm not going to do that anymore. But if we measure this one, 2.5, 61.5. Now I have some prepped and primed brass from the last batch I did, and we're going to measure this one. Yeah, see, it's like 5.7 or 5.65. Right on the nose, 5.65. What's our overall on this one? 6.2. So this one's 3,000 shorter. I should put the case comparator gauge on and see. Cause here's another thing. I didn't leave myself a note on this bag. It just says cleaned and annealed, less than 2.575. I don't think these are resized yet. I think they're just cleaned and annealed. So before I get too crazy into measuring things, I need to resize them stinks. So let's do that. Lock this ring down. So have a gauge for this. I was going to, where is it? Looks like this one. This is some brass that's it's already prepped, trimmed, primed, ready to load. I was kind of hoping we'd sneak up on a node and find it real quick, and I wouldn't have to prep any more brass until I knew, like, oh, this bullet, this powder, this primer, this seating depth, we're going to be loading 100 rounds and just calling it good. But we're not there yet. So we're going to measure the shoulder on this against the shoulder on some unprepped, just cleaned and annealed brass. We'll find out how close they're going to be. Exactly 46 right there. I wonder if I counted that and knew it. Just didn't know that I knew. Like I forgot that I knew, you know what I mean? I don't know. Or well, we ran out of water kind of last summer. So I learned about this system. It's pretty simple once you realize what all the hoses and, well, not their hoses, but what all the pipes do. Okay, enough rambling. We're gonna get this. This is what I need right here. This is what I use, Imperial dye wax. I also have this. It's unique, but I haven't used it yet. I don't really know. This always makes me scared I'm gonna hurt my fingernails. But this stuff, it's just white on the inside. It melts with your finger heat, and my fingers are cold now. Ever since I started losing weight, my hands get really cold. But I like this Imperial wax. Kind of looks like that. It's kind of opaque. Excuse me. I just take these dudes, get some of this on my fingies, I rub them up a little bit, and then we just hammer it in here. Ugh. Oh great heavens. Now we measure this. I bumped it 1,000th because it was 9.6. Now we're at 9.5. Yeah, we're right at 9.5. So, lock this bad dude down. Unlock it, rather. Feel it here. It's a pretty decent lockup right there. We'll try that. If it's between 1.5 and 2, we'll send it. This is like 1.5. 9, just under 9.5. And ooh, this thing, you can't put a 300 PRC in this side with the nipples. It's got to be this side. Would have been funny if it didn't fit. Let me just make sure. Now this is a primed case. We got, oh, I don't know, 9.4. It's a little longer than 4, but not much. Check this one. Yeah, that's like a needle thickness longer than 4. Oh, no, it's right on. So I'm gonna try and knock the rest of these back to 4. This one's closer to 5. That's not terrible, half thou between a few that I've done. I don't know what our extreme spread it would be on this whole batch, but oh, this one's 5. Shoot, maybe I should have left my dye at 5. I don't know. Also, I get scared to resize that one again because I know it'll probably work. So we'll be on to the next here. a little bit of grease on there. We'll measure it. Mr. Groove. Okay, what do we got? That's like a red one over 4. Let's see if I can hold this and show the camera. Oh. I'm not really good at out of position dial calipering. There we go. We'll lock it down. That's like 4.5. Probably good enough. Probably good enough. Spin it. Spin it. No. Oh, there we go. Yeah, 4 and a little bit. 4 and a. Yeah, probably 4.5. That's gonna be close enough, I think. So I'm going to run the rest of these through the resizer, and then we'll measure how far they've grown and see if we need to trim some necks down. Just under 5. That ought to do. Why do I have an extra stick of brass? I don't know. Oh, it's because I pulled it out of the middle. So I got the old tool off of the Starrett C-clamp here. We gotta figure out if this is a sliding C-clamp or what we're gonna call them. 2.56, a needle width under 5. That's a primed and prepped ready to load case. Now these, since they've been, oh yeah, they're growing. We got about 4 thousandths to trim off that one. So we're going for 2.565. Oh, this one's 6.7. So one must have been one of the short ones at like 62 or something. 67. What's this? 68. That's not bad, but like when you're, I'm gonna try and jump 68. I'm gonna try and jump 3 thousandths of seating depth for this ladder test. I want my brass to be not the problem, if that makes sense. Like if there's any type of variable in how these shoot, which there obviously will be, I don't want to be able to think like, oh, well, if I would have trimmed those down, because the shoulders are all within about 1 thousandth of each other, here, right there. And that's the part that's going to grow into the chamber before the bullet leaves the neck. But we should have roughly, well, we'll measure this neck diameter right now. I have a loaded round with a Hornady in it, not a Berger. So we're at 336, 335 and a half. Yeah, 336, 36, 35 and a half, 36. It's not super round. So 336 there, and I know this isn't the Berger bullets I'm going to be shooting, but we're just under 38 on a loaded neck. So we got 2 thou neck tension, roughly 1.5 to 2. I think that's about the right amount. But how much does 3 to 5 thousandths of neck length change how much pressure is going to build up in the case before the bullet is released? I would think quite a bit. So we got to do some trimming. So we got the old case trimmer Rooski here. Old Hornady dude. These aren't too expensive, and this one's actually, once I figured it out, pretty accurate. I'm hoping. I wrote some notes on the side of here. 300 PRC, the number 5 shell holder. And just a note to you guys, if you're running RCBS press, and you think like, oh hey, that Hornady case trimmer, it's not too expensive, I could definitely cop that real quick. Buy the Hornady shell holder. They have a different base on them, and that's what you need to fit in here. So we're gonna do some trimming. I feel like this will work. So got the trimmer kind of set up on the edge of the bench here. I'm just gonna put my little clampy poo, kind of run it long ways with the beam on the trimmer there. Except, oh no, my hand will clear. Okay. Lock her down. This is the nerve-wracking part. Do I trust myself? No. I don't want to have a piece of brass that's way too short though. But we're gonna try it on this one. Just run it down until it stops. Still stops cutting. And then we measure it. Make sure we're zeroed. Okay. That piece of brass was definitely not trimmed square last time because we're not even cut all the way around. Which is fine because we're still 2/1000ths long. Oh, that's got to be it right there. So I don't know if you can see, everything looks flat and square around the edge. You might be able to see like that. That looks nice. We're at 6.6. Oh, no we're not. Right at just a fuzz above 6.5. I'm gonna call that good. I don't know how many thousandths of an inch the thickness of the needle on the calipers is, but that's how far we're over 2.565. I'm gonna take this watch off because it's gonna drive me nuts with it whipping around. Because I really get my hand going fast when I crank these. Efficiency or whatever. 5 S's. Okay, last 2 sticks here to trim. I'll take another half thou off this one. That's probably it. Okay. Dead on 5. Oh god. My fingers are black. And my thumb. This aluminum knob is getting polished with my finger skin. Ooh, this one's dead on 5 too. So run out on our lengths here is roughly, I would say at most 1/1000th of an inch. But like, that's gonna be worst case on our full extreme spread here. Just deburred my last case here. I ended up, I got too nervous. I didn't want to like machine the bottom of the flash hole. You probably not be able to see because of shadows. But I did take that little tool and just like that, kind of scrape the macus out of there. I don't know if that's going to make a big difference. Cases are otherwise like pretty dang clean, so. That one's got an ejector mark on it. I don't know if you'll be able to see that or not. I don't know, but pretty hard on stuff, I guess. We go right here. 46 were cleaned, resized, trimmed, and we cleaned the primer pockets out on these ones. I don't know if it's going to make a huge difference, but we need to put some primers in here now, and I have started priming in my press. I have the Frankfurt Arsenal like hand primer, but it feels weird. I just don't love it, so I prime in my press now. I know people say like, oh, don't touch the primers with your hands or whatever, but I touch them with my hands. I do still use the tray though out of the hand primer. So we've got 46 of brass. We'll run the CCI 250s. This is just what I found them on sale at Midway, and I bought 1,000 of them. So that's what we're gonna try and run. That leaves me with 10 left in this box, which is disappointing. Depressing. I don't know. It is what it is. Put it back in there. And then once I get them in the tray, you just shake them until they're all face up. Makes it pretty easy. So I've got 10 that are already primed there. Got 40 to prime here. I'm going to prime these. Powder scale is on. It's been on for probably 3 minutes before I started recording, so it was like 8 minutes now. I think by the time I get these primed, it'll be a good time to calibrate the scale and pour some powder in it and calibrate the powder. And then we'll start throwing some bullets in. Flush. But I was going to show you guys, I just looked this up online, and for Vihtavuori powders, this first set of numbers here, there'll be a number in parentheses, and then like for this pound, the 240063, that is your lot number. So if you ever need to know that for some reason, it's a little tidbit that I learned. But here's my other new pound. It's 240063 lot number, so we should be good as far as that goes. So another thing, I don't tape and label my powder deal in here. Reservoir, tank, holder, keg, whatever word you want to use for it. So I just I need to move some stuff again. I got in a hurry to try and get going on this, but I like to put the jug of powder next to the scale. That way, and I don't leave any other powders on my bench ever. So if there's ever powder to the left of my scale, I know that is what's in the scale. So now, move this. We'll hit 0, let it 0, everything's at 0 still, and then we'll hit powder cal, and now it's going to run some powder out. This will, once you get this done, it will dramatically speed up the process of throwing powder, because it knows like, oh, if I run at high speed for 9/10 of a second, it's probably going to throw like 35 grains or whatever it is, you know. I'll put my mic over there. Well, hang on a minute now. What did you say?
Your business is not showing up or it is not appearing on the major voice search platforms. So I'm confirming if you're the owner of the business, the J. Davenport Photography.
So do you mean that the kids won't be able to find it anymore on Instagram?
Voice platforms like Google Assistant, Alexa, Bixby, Cortana, and Siri handle 70% of voice searches. And our system shows your business isn't listed. So this means your customers cannot find you through voice search. Yes. I would like to confirm if you're the owner of this business.
Oh, I don't have a business. I just watch YouTube.
Okay. Thank you.
Alright, guys. So the powder scale is ready to rip. I was just on the phone, so I actually started this without you. Seeding die is in. I got my first bullet seeded. I backed the seeding die off. So at 3.944 base to O drive with how my stuff is set up, we had an extreme spread of 9.2 and an SD of 3.8, and that was only on 3 shots, but that's pretty promising. And last time we were at the range, I thought we were going by 3,000ths jumps, but we weren't. We were going 15,000ths at a time. Kind of went off recommendation off Berger's website. Find the lands, and start jumping back 50, but I can't find the lands. The magazine's too short. So we went mag length minus, I don't know what we did, 40,000 inside of mag length, and then started stepping it down in 15,000th increments. So with that, 85.5 grains of 568 at it should be a 3.735 cartridge overall length. We're averaging 2913 with an extreme spread of 9.2. So that's where we're gonna start. I'm gonna looking at these groups going up from there, 3.750. So closer to the lands by 15,000ths. My extreme spread was 20 and my SD was 8.8. But if we crunched it further away from the lands, another 15,000ths more seeding depth at 3.720, my extreme spread was 17.5 with an SD of 7.9. So that leads me to believe in my brain that instead of wasting time chasing the bullet out further, we're going to run where is it? It's the next page. We're going to run one group of 3 at 3.947, which is 3,000ths longer than the group I shot before. We're going to redo this 3.944. That's going to be just to verify that those other numbers were good, and then we're going to go 3,000ths intervals for 3 groups below that. I think we should be able to find something in there, because at 3.944, extreme spread under 10, like a little over 6/10 of an inch 3-shot group, like I don't know what else I'm trying to expect out of just a factory rifle. I know that some people get lucky or whatever, but I'm not lucky. So this first one I set, like I said, I extended the seeding die up. We're gonna measure this here on the O drive, see where we're at. Hopefully we're too far. Yeah, 4.009. And we want 947 for our longest group. So take it down 5, 9. That'll get us a 4 even. And then we need to go 53 thousandths. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45. We'll do 50 and smush it, and then I'll measure it again. Okay, what do we got here? Dang. It's 1,000th longer than I expected it to be, but that's probably actually my fault. So we're gonna go to get 947. I'm gonna go down 3, 2, 3 thou on the thimble here. We'll smash it. I don't want it to be too short. There we go. 47.5. I'm going to call that good, because in my experience, when you're seating them twice to get your depth, the next one's going to be a little bit deeper. And I want to keep these as close as I can together. And then for this, doing the slider test to keep everything straight, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups. I do have 5 slots in my little box. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5. But I still like to just take a black Sharpie and write on here 9, 4, 7. And we'll throw that one in there. And then we'll do the rest. And we'll go hit the range. It's going to be a long one. Might be a 2-parter. I might get these loaded and then next week shoot them. It would be cool just to get this